right, we're back here for AMG Hobby Talk podcast, episode number 72, here with Bonus Blair. Blair, how are you today?
I'm pretty fantastic for a Tuesday.
I was going to say, I thought you had 2 coffees in. We might need a third one in there just to get the engine going a little bit. Listen, I'm only one in. I might need a refill at this point.
Two
Collector of the Scalps,
coffees
Collector
is
of the People, Steve.
fantastic.
Yeah, I was going to say, we need a little more juice there. Collector of the Scalps, Collector of the People. Steve, how are you?
Much more energetic than Blair, and I haven't had my coffee yet, so wait till I get going. I am good, and I have to wish my youngest daughter, Brooklyn, a happy 18th birthday. So
Nice.
I'm officially an old man now that, they're getting close to being an empty nester. Well, I kind of am up here, but now my kids are getting old, and that translates into me being old. So it's a sad day.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, absolutely. But I will say, Steve, you could always adopt the Carlos Sr. approach. I tell him constantly he's old, and he insisted he stopped aging years ago. He just, he's had about 30 years of denial. So you could always go that route.
I haven't hit that yet.
Well, listen, like I said, just take it from a wisdom of a man who's been doing it much longer than you. You can always go with 30 years of denial.
As long as I can tie my shoes, I'm happy. So far, so good.
There you go. I like it. So
That's
I'll
why
put
I
the little
bought
scrolling ticker. Yeah, I'll put the little scrolling
Yeah.
ticker across the screen at the bottom. As always, I always mention everything we're going to talk about. So for this episode, we're going to focus on Upper Deck Premier. So we got the new Upper Deck Premier coming out, 23-24. It's going to be another Bedard rookie year. Again, your mileage may vary on that. We'll talk about it at the very end. So if you got questions about availability and pricing on anything we're talking about, we're going to show some cards as well. You got questions on any of that? Use the contact points in the description or in the scrolling ticker at the bottom. That's the Instagram and also the website. You can use those too. And one other reminder I'll give you really quick. There's always the auctions. Running Sunday to Sunday, there are auctions. You can check it out on the link in the description as well to go to the eBay store. Again, there's buy it nows and there's also auctions happening. So you'll be able to see there's constantly stuff refreshing. The auctions are weekly. So you'll always be able to see the new stuff that came in. And that's an opportunity. And one key thing that you want to bear in mind with that is that when you check out some of that stuff, it's not just hockey. There's baseball, there's non-sport, there's football, there's basketball, there's all kinds of stuff. I've showcased it before. Next week, we'll do a little showcase of it again, just to remind you. But it's always worth checking out because there's new stuff. And if stuff gets pulled in the store, some of it winds up on the eBay store as well. So you can always check that out. Okay, a couple of quick things. I'll read a couple of comments from last week. Thank you all for the comments as always. We appreciate it. Gotham Collections, first side of the block here, said, awesome show. Go Sens go. Back on the Sens bandwagon, so appreciate you, Gotham.
Sens are
Rob
impressive.
here says, great show, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. That gets a heart as well. And Dad Boom here responds with, that vintage set from the original owner is incredible, referencing one of the ones we talked about last week. How incredible would it be if they made a new series with this look? An insert would be cool, but it'd be all over a series made like this. No helmets, the old color palette, so nice. So if you're talking about the tall boys, that has been done. They did do a set years ago, I want to say, when Topps originally had its run. They did utilize that design. It wasn't in tall boy size, but they did utilize the design. It has been used a couple of times since then. And if you like tall boys, though, with retro players, go check out some of the Parkhurst Missing Link sets from back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
There were some nice looking ones because they basically designed what it would have looked like had Parkhurst designed his own tall boy. So if you like some of the retro players on newer stock, because obviously they redid it, it's a cool idea. And there were some autographs and stuff in there. If you can find the old boxes, there were Gordie Howe autographs in there. There was Phil Esposito. There's a bunch of stuff because it was meant to look like what a 60s one would have looked like had Parkhurst made one.
Yeah. We actually have. I don't know if we still do, but we did have some of those wax boxes in the store. I think they might have been like $60 to $80 for the box. So it's a tough pull for the to find an autograph, but worth a shot. And they usually don't last long when we get them.
Yeah. And I thought they did a good job with them because they tried to stay faithful to like a 60s look. They basically tried to keep it consistent with what was the kind of thing. It's a cool throwback if you're interested in that kind of design. And again, they used them in tall boy size. So they did stay faithful to that idea. And I thought it was kind of a cool idea. But thank you all for the comments.
Sorry, and then in the recent Parkhurst, they've had a crack at the 1951 set and 52 set. But yeah, maybe it'd be neat. I wonder if next year's maybe they'll delve into the 60s and try to put a 60s insert or mask it after the 60s.
I think at this point, if we're going to go retro and do a bunch of them, we may eventually wind up doing most of them.
Mhm.
But either way,
We'll
appreciate
see.
the comments from everybody. Thank you very much. Appreciate the engagement on there. And feel free to throw in other questions and comments in there. Key point, though, as I said earlier, if it is more time sensitive, use the contact points we provided. That way you'll get a quicker answer. If it's something that can wait, we'll usually address it on the following episode. So thank you all for participating and leaving some comments. Okay. A couple of things that are coming in the store. I'll read through most of these. Our main focus is going to be the Upper Deck Premiere, but I'll go through a couple of these. Some of these are restocks as well. So 2024 Panini Illusion Football, 2024 Panini Obsidian Football International, 2025 Panini Court Kings Basketball, 25 Panini Donruss Basketball, 25 Panini Prism Basketball Fast Break. So a lot of these are multiple versions of the same products. Pokemon Kanto Friends Mini Tin Display. Exciting. Pokemon Paldea Evolved Booster Display Box, Paladin Fates Booster Bundle, the Pokemon Twilight Masquerade Booster Display, 2024 Panini Football Prestige Blaster, 24 Panini Hoops Premium Stock, if you're familiar with that one, 24 Upper Deck Boston Bruins Centennial, so the hobby boxes of that, and then Upper Deck Premier. Oh, so any other ones that are worth making any notes of, or we're just going to focus on the next bit?
Just focus on the Premier. Other than, as you notice, we're starting to get some more Panini products in the store, which is nice just to have a little variety. But again, small quantities, so you definitely don't want to waste much time getting in to pick them up because they're very limited. But at least we're getting them. That's the positive.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. And then other thing I'll give you as a reminder as well. We mentioned last week we were going to start making a note of it as we're getting closer. So now that we're at the midpoint of the month, give or take, we're going to briefly mention there's going to be the card show and the trade night happening towards the end of the month. So quickly, I'll show you a graphic that shows a couple of the upcoming dates here. So we got a couple ones here. This obviously shows through January through May. So next one coming up here, March 29th for the card show, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So generally it's on the last Saturday of the month. I think we're going to stay pretty consistent with that, except for April. April being the exception because the Spring Expo is forthcoming. Obviously, as we get closer to that, we'll talk about it. But March 29th is the next one that's scheduled, and then the trade night should be the 28th, the day before. So trade night on the Friday, card show on the Saturday. And then April 19th, which will be special because of the Expo, and that adjusts the schedule around. And then May 31st. So then you get back to the end of the month for May. So that is the next couple of card shows, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll remind you in the next couple of weeks as we get closer.
Yep.
Okay. Since we mentioned the tall boys, let me quickly go over a couple of the cards that came in. Steve provided some images on this one. And the first one is actually a tall boy. So I'm actually going to go in order that we have there. And I've got two tall boys, but we're going to start off with one of the hockey ones. And we'll focus on that to start. So over here, we've got, in a PSA 7, so Marcel Paillet.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll go with that, just for the sake of this conversation. But in a PSA 7, you do get a pretty sharp looking card. We talked about before with the tall boys, you do get, the headshot going in there. And of course, in the tradition of what we talk about with Topps and O-Pee-Chee, they don't like these players, so they can never get a headshot. He's not looking at the camera. He's literally looking off to the side at something else. I don't know what he's looking at, but his eyes are darted over, and his focus is not on the task at hand.
Yeah, and of course, a 7 in a tall boy is a fantastic grade. And this is actually a short print as well. So they often command a significant premium. And actually, this one, as I did put it on eBay, and within 20 minutes of it going on eBay, it's sold. So unfortunately, it's no longer available. But I knew it wouldn't last long. But they bring a significant penny when you get them in high grade.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
A lot of that set is short prints.
Oh, there are, especially for that one. So nonetheless, a very good one to start off with. Then we've got a little bit of the new. So we shift from the vintage into the new here. We've got an Anthony Edwards downtown. This one's in a 9. These ones are very shiny in hand. You're getting a little bit of a sense of it with the rainbow foil on there. They are very busy, so you can check it out. It's showing up here as University of Georgia, so they went more of a kind of the school here. And you do have the Georgia Bulldog on there and a peach. So very much we're going with the Georgia theme on this downtown. Now, here's a fun one. This one here is 0910, the cup, and this is the limited logos. So very much a fan of these. Obviously, you're getting a nice patch piece on this one. So it's March Dur, number to 50, but don't let the number to 50 fool you because these are very popular, particularly with set collectors. So as a player collector, personally, a lot of these over the years have proven to be very tricky to track down, especially nice copies, because what happens is a lot of the good patches got cherry picked by folks that were building the set when these initially came out all through the different years. So if you can find one in it with a nice patch, a clean autograph, you got to like it. And then since it's a thicker card, they do tend to chip. They are a little bit of a struggle to get in nice condition. So in a 9 is very respectable.
Yeah. And this is currently the highest graded example of this card. So yeah, it would make a nice addition to anyone's collection. And there are lots of Martin Brodeur collectors out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here we got another tall boy, but this one's the basketball variety here. So this one's in an EX5, so pretty solid one. So you got Will Chamberlain here with his Los Angeles gear, very colorful. You got to enjoy the color on this one. And since he looks like he's shooting a free throw or kind of practicing his shot a little bit, his eyes are also darted a little bit. It seems to be a theme with the tall boys where our eyes are looking a little bit off screen a little bit as we're going into it.
Yeah, I like the little black and white players, surrounding the card there. It's kind of looks prehistoric almost. But we don't get basketball, especially vintage basketball in this area. So to have a copy of this in the store is always nice.
Yeah,
absolutely. And we do appreciate the vivid colors on this one. So there's quite a bit going on. And this one here is a great one to finish up. Now, I don't know. We've talked about it in the past. I'm not sure if you've been in touch with our resident Aginla collector.
Well, I've put this up on purpose because we kind of have him in mind. Mm-hmm. So we just want to see how long it takes to get back to him. So that is the challenge. So assume we'll be hearing from him at some point. But I bought this a week or so ago, and immediately that particular gentleman came to mind.
Yeah, for sure. So here you've got a big fan of the artifacts because some of the artifacts years have been done very well. This is a design that I actually quite appreciate. I like this. So you got a dual patch on this one, which is very nice. You've got a sticker auto on it, but it's a clean auto, so we do appreciate that. And this is the 1-of-1 variation. So nice patches, 1-of-1 variation with the autograph on there. Autograph's pretty clean from Jerome. Very nice looking card. And yes, there is one person that came to mind when I saw this where I go, this would probably fit in with his collection of some of his other pickups there. But either way, we're showing it here for everybody to enjoy. 1-of-1 Jerome Aginla to finish things off. Some good stuff there for this week's. Like that. Okay. So that leaves us with a fair bit of time to discuss 23-24 Upper Deck Premiere. So what we're going to do is I'll do that, and at the very end I'll have a fun little bonus little topic for the boys. So I already gave them a little bit of warning, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Let's get to the matter at hand, though. We'll do Upper Deck Premiere first. So straightforward, if a lot of you are familiar with it over the years, it's following a lot of the formula that you're used to. High level, high-end brand, Upper Deck Premiere. It tends to focus on some nice memorabilia on there, so we'll go into it. There are autographs as well. There's a lot of different things that you can find in there. As always, we'll leave a link in the description to the checklist so you can check out all the different ones, find it, and be able to locate if there's something that is of interest to you. It will be priced accordingly in the boxes, but if you're curious about the specifics, reach out to the store for quantities and pricing, and that way you'll get all the answers that you're looking for. Okay, so the base set is 150 cards. There are some legends in it, as there are in a lot of them, so you got to remember that. The first 90 players are vets and come numbered to 299, so the base set is numbered. Then there's 10 retired greats of 99 copies. The final 50 cards are rookies numbered to 399. So you got 3 different tiers in terms of this. If for some reason you want to build base sets, so based on that, there's only 99 base sets doable. Because the vets in the retired vets are there at 99 copies. So bear that in mind. So the vets are actually a little bit short printed, the retired ones. And then the rookies are 399. They're actually the most plentiful. And then the regular base is all to 299. So we got 3 different print runs in terms of the same base set. A little bit complicated, but clear as mud. Hopefully you got that. So we've got parallels to all of this. So there you got the gold parallel, which is out of 65. The legends are out of 25. Ruby out of 35. Legends out of 15. So if you're noticing, the legends are all short printed in every single one of these parallels. The platinum 1-of-1 is across the board. Everybody's the same. And then with rookies, you got bronze out of 199, gold out of 65, ruby out of 49, rose gold out of 25, purple out of 10, and platinum 1-of-1. So the rookies, if you notice, have more parallels than the rest of them. So that's kind of a quirk. Just bear that in mind. And then we've got a whole breakdown. So Steve, I'm a fan of complexity. I actually like it to a certain degree, but I got to tell you, we have 3 columns here for veterans, legends, and rookies with different ratios and things depending on it. we might be over-engineering this just a smidge. Personal opinion, we might be over-engineering this just a little.
No comment.
Yeah.
3 columns. All right, so let me go over to the veterans real quick. So jerseys are 1 in 3 packs. Autographs are 1 in 4 packs. Gold autographs are available as there. They don't give any ratio. Premium memorabilia. Fight strap out of 5. Hockey lace out of 5. Neckline out of 3. 1 of 1 platinum autographs. Under legends, you got the jerseys are 1 in 128 packs. Again, notice the legends are very short printed.
Oh.
So I'll throw this one out. And Blair, you can test to this for sets like this. A lot of times people pull legends or veterans and things and they don't think much of it. In this case, they're all short printed. So if you're pulling one of those, it's actually a better pull. Bear that in mind. You're actually getting a very tough pull in some of these cases. Autographs are 1 in 125 packs. Again, tougher. Gold autographs, premium memorabilia is out of 5. Platinum autographs, 1 of 1. So there's some stuff there. The rookies, jerseys, 1 in 2 packs. Autographs, 1 in 4 packs. Patches out of 49 or out of 25. Gold autos out of 35 or out of 15. Fight strap out of 15. Hockey lace out of 5. Neckline out of 3. Platinum autograph, 1 of 1. Taking a breath. Okay.
Wow.
So here's an example of one of the autographs in the mock-up. So just so you can see that. Then there's autograph memorabilia variants. So we got rookie auto patches. So for example, you're seeing that there. Yep. Some of those can come out really good, especially if they've got some really nice patch pieces. Some of these can be very attractive. Again, this is a mock-up, but some of them actually do look very nice in hand. So check them out if you can. So let me scroll through a little bit. Acetate veteran auto patches as well. They're on there. The production numbers are also there. So again, the veterans have a shorter print compared to the rookies. So bear that in mind. And again, here, this one we did the Premier Collection, which is an homage to the original Premier Collection. So again, we're borrowing from the previous design here. But I do think, to be honest with you, personal opinion, I think the original Premier Collection probably has one of the best designs. And it does stand out. I understand why they keep going back to this because they actually do look really good.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan. Actually, no, this might not be the first year, but it's really early on, first or second year. But either way, it's a good design. If you're gonna borrow a design and reuse it, this is a good one. So that's 23-24 rookie auto patches, 99 or less. Flourishing talent auto patch out of 99. Global nobility auto jersey out of 50. Premier focus auto patch, all are numbered. So you've got a lot of different themes and categories and versions of this. We do have additional autographs here. So exemplary stamps is the autograph on here. So we got some legends on this one. Base version among the toughest card in the product with just 10 copies each. 1 of 1 golds. So there isn't much here. You see the regular version of this, it's out of 10. And then there's a gold 1 of 1.
Yep.
So we got 4 fun autographs, Premier Focus autos, Premier Precipice auto, other places. So here's a Premier Focus, Wyatt Johnson mock-up, just to show you what that can look like with the patch. And then,
here it comes.
Clear my throat for this. It's very important. Blair, this is what the people demand. This is what the people want. We know what we got to do.
It is.
So you know what it's time for, Steve? It's time for Mega Patch. Got to have our Mega Patches.
I like
it's very important. See, even with limited coffee, I'm still making it work. But we got to have that. That's very important. They are hand numbered, so you can see there. A lot of these really do look nice. So if you're a big fan of the memorabilia pieces, traditionally, these are ones that people look out for. There's some cool stuff in this. So we've got different ones. You got jumbo swatches, jersey duos, patch duos, jersey trios, patch trios, jersey quads, patch quads, chest autos, commemorative logos, shoulder logos, and sleeve numbers. If you like your memorabilia, there's a lot of options here. So you can chase. And some of the big patches do tend to go for good money because some of the collectors are really into it. So keep that in mind. Then you got Rookie Patchtacular, both single or dual versions, oversized piece of chest logo, 25 copies each. Parallels include the gold shoulder logos out of 5 and black Adidas logo 1 of 1. So here's a Bedard mock-up in a Patchtacular. Chicago will have some very nice patch pieces traditionally with all the colors and breaks and everything. Some of them can look pretty good. There are some signed versions, global notoriety on the forefront. Like, just me going quickly, I'm still reading a lot of different possibilities, inserts, and all kinds of stuff.
Maybe.
Okay. So this is what it looks like at a glance. So you're getting 6 cards in a hobby box, 1 pack per box. So it is a feast or famine product. Again, based on all the description I gave you and all the memorabilia that I showed you and talked about, that explains a lot of it. But you're opening it up, you're getting 6 cards in a pack. And the pack is 1 box, and that's what it is. So whatever you get is what you get. What you can expect: 1 autograph patch card per box, 1 additional autograph per box, 2 memorabilia cards, base or parallel veterans and legends, 1 total, base or parallel rookies, 1 card. That's how the configuration works out. checklist is here with the full breakdown of everything. You've got tabs for autographs, memorabilia, update cards. Of course, they have to have update cards. So you've got some in here. 21, 22 Upper Deck Premiere, 20th Anniversary Autos. There's all kinds of stuff here. And you can just see, I'm just scrolling. And these are all updates. That's in addition to everything I just read you and talked about. There's all this stuff. So, Steve, you genuinely have no idea what you're going to get in these boxes. Like, it could be all over the map, all kinds of stuff.
No. And I mean, like you touched on, Premier to me has the best, patch cards. They really do a good job of putting lots of 5-6 color patches in there, and it's a little bit higher price point, but when you hit something big in this product, you hit something really nice.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a fun product to try to open and see what you get.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy watching some of these breaks. I think it's going to be very interesting. And for me, as always, I do appreciate that my friends at Upper Deck are nice enough to make sure that I only have to worry about there's exemplar stamps Medano out of 10 and the 1 of 1, and then Premier Precipice Auto Legends, of course. So there two autographs are basically my chase in this one.
Nice.
So, automatically. Blair, I'm starting to think it's a little personal. I'm starting to take it a smidge personally there. Yeah. I've got a few friends at Upper Deck, and I may have to have words. Regardless, very nice. Some of that stuff should look pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the breaks. It's going to be kind of fun. And we'll definitely have to see. But yeah, it is a Feast or Famine product. There's your fair warning. Feast or Famine product. You'll see the price point. Once you see it, you'll get a sense of it. But you can pull some amazing stuff. You genuinely can. Historically, it's been there. So if you do partake, best of luck to you. It should be fun to see. And hopefully you pull something awesome. All right. That leaves us with one more thing before we log off for an episode. So this is a little bit of a shorter episode because for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. A lot of it is restocks and everything. But I would be remiss if I didn't regale us. We've got a question. We've talked about the greatness that was the Cheetos art. A legend, an icon in the hobby. But our friends at Goldin Auctions were not content, Blair. It was not enough. Cheetos art was not enough. What we need to go back to the well. We've already set a record for the highest grossing Cheeto of all time in the non-sport category. But what about if we delve into the world of sports, gentlemen? If we go to the world of sports, we can check out the flaming hot air Jordan Jumpman Cheeto.
Oh my God.
This right here is very exciting. Blair, I am excited by this. This right here, this is greatness right here. So right now, as it stands, this is in Goldin Auctions. I'll put a link in the description if you need to stare at it and question all the decisions you've made in your life. I will include a link in the description for you if you want to check it out for yourself. But as we speak right now, as we record, this is at $5,650, $6,893 with the buyer's premium, 22% buyer's premium, so just shy of $6,900 with 11 days, 13 hours, and 17 minutes remaining. So on the 29th, the same day as the card show, you guys, after you go to the card show at 10 p.m., you can finalize bidding and extended bidding on the flaming hot air Jordan Jumpman Cheeto. So you make some great deals at the card show and then use some of your ill-begotten gains to buy yourself a Jumpman Cheeto.
I can't do it.
I think I've been collecting the wrong thing all these years.
Can't take much more of this.
No.
The best part about it is it doesn't even look. This is the Cheetos art kind of actually look like a Charizard. This one's a reach.
I'm trying to see if I can see a Nike logo in the leg there. There's the number 23 on there. I don't see it.
Yeah.
So they put a Jordan. They put like a Jordan in the little box that's holding it. They did put the Jordan in the background of it, but it's like no, it's this one's a reach.
That kind of looks like a basketball at the top, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I'm going to read you the description. I got to read you the description. The description's my favorite part. Like I loved it. So description. Fresh off the heels of our scorching hot sale. Oh, someone got a bonus for this description. Flaming hot sale of a flaming hot Cheeto in the shape of a beloved Pokemon Charizard that sold for $87,840. I love that they refer to themselves. That's important. We offer this flaming hot Cheeto in the shape of the iconic Michael Jordan Jumpman logo. Easily the most recognizable logos in history. This Cheeto which resembles the iconic logo, is housed inside a case measuring 3 inches. It's important that we got the measurements. That's key. The reverse of the case is designed like a collectible card, highlighting Jordan's accomplishments from his illustrious career. The Cheeto itself is positioned against the backdrop of the iconic photograph that inspired the world-renowned logo.
So I wonder if they're going to put a premium on bags of flaming hot Cheetos, because that seems to be where all the big pulls come from.
Back to back.
Regular Cheetos, they nothing's been pulled out of there. So,
No.
Well, that's the variation, Steve. So far, like I said, we've been focusing on the flaming hot Cheeto. I feel like the value right now is in the regular Cheeto, because what about the regular Cheetos Art? What about the regular Cheeto Jumpman?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an opportunity there. Like I said, I understand UD Premiere is the one we're doing this week, but I got to be honest with you guys. Case break of Cheetos is looking pretty good, Blair.
I've got nothing on the go today. So
no. I got a few things, but
grocery stores a couple stores down, so I might be darting down there several times during the day.
Given all the political tension, though, I'm wondering if, Steve, we should delve into the Hawkins cheesies because they're Canadian.
So I'm glad you brought this up, Blair. I've had way too much fun with this whole Cheetos Art thing. It has given me so much personal joy. The ridiculousness of it. But I did walk into a Shoppers Drug Mart the other day, and I'm on a text thread with a couple of my buddies that I do a podcast with. And I literally saw one of the other kind of cheesies, one of the other brands of cheesies. And I literally took a picture of it and go, should I do this retail box break? I'm having way too much fun with this, is what I'm trying to say. Just a little bit too much fun with it. It's giving me joy. Let's be honest. It's on brand that I would enjoy something like this. But it's $6,000 and almost $6,900 with the juice, Steve.
No, I'm done. I can't handle it.
Did it ever come out about who bought the Charizard one?
Well, we don't know yet. Like, I just assumed they were really hungry. I need to find out. I'm kind of hoping that they tried to eat it. There's still hope. I'm just saying. I would really appreciate it and enjoy that. So we'll come back to this. Before it closes out, I will get predictions on the final sale price because I am morbidly curious. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited by this. I've bookmarked it. I will check back in on it because we all need to know what it goes for. And the excitement will be, so Steve, you guys have some work to do because, like I said, $6,900 US so far. In the store, I'm going to need you guys to pull something out of UD Premiere that at least matches the flaming hot Air Jordan Jumpman Cheeto.
Well, we're going to set aside a showcase for Cheetos as well. So if we can capitalize on this, that's what we do. So bring us your Cheetos.
Yep. We might be buying.
I like it. And on that bombshell, gentlemen, is there anything else that we should talk about or should we call it an episode?
I don't think we can top that.
Yeah, I think
we really can't.
I think we covered
Only
everything.
you, God, can save us now, Blair. Only you, God, can save us now. Maybe Al Hamilton. You got or Al Hamilton, maybe. But like other than that, there's nothing we got that can match that.
I think I misplaced my You God card. I can't even show it.
See, every day we stray a little bit further from you, God, Blair. Every day we stray a little bit further. So hopefully you folks enjoyed. Had to have a little bit of fun with that one at the end. And now that you've seen that, you can question several of your life choices. Think about it.
Now, Upper Deck Premiere doesn't look too bad.
I was gonna say, either it helps or it hurts, Steve. I'm not sure. Either it helps or it hurts to know. In some ways, though, Blair's right. In some ways, to think someone is going to spend a minimum of $6,900 on that thing. Does the other one seem so bad?
Buy a couple cases of Premiere.
I'm saying that's what I'm getting at. Now you know. Anyway, so that's it for us this time around. Thank you, Bodus Blair.
Thank you, guys.
He's perplexed. He's flummoxed. I just enjoyed the blank look on the 1,000-yard stare.
Blair's a little off today. I think he needs a third coffee.
Yeah, well, I'm going to need a second coffee. But either way, so thank you, gentlemen, for indulging me. I appreciate it. And like I said, reach out to different contact points if you want to ask questions of some of the stuff we talked about. On the Cheeto, not so much because we can't help you. We are as perplexed as you are. We don't have too many answers on that. But on the rest of it, you can ask about availability and pricing. We can probably help you with that. And for myself, Bonus Blair, who's confused, and the collector of the Scallops Collector People, Steve, we thank you for joining us on this episode. We will catch you on the next one.